Hi, how are you? Thanks so much for joining me for VChat today. The word entitled has zoomed into the national vocabulary over the last few decades. We hear about entitled children, entitled adults, entitled politicians. Jessica Bennett, the New York Times journalist, wrote in a book, "We are the so-called entitled generation, told by helicopter parents and the media from the moment we exited the womb that we could be whatever we wanted." But that attitude isn't new. The people of Israel believed they were entitled. They were God's chosen people. They were the recipients of God's covenant. They were entitled to God's blessing, regardless of the way they acted, regardless of whether they kept their side of the covenant with God. But God didn't see it that way. On Sunday, we'll be looking at the role of the prophets in the life of Israel. We tend to think of them as prophesying, talking about the future. But the reality is the majority of what their message was about was the present, how Israel was living in the here and now of their lives then. They warned of judgment and called the people to repentance. As we look at the prophets, we're going to focus on Jeremiah, his story, and his message in the years of corrupt leadership just before the people of Judah were defeated by the forces of King Nebuchadnezzar and taken into exile in Babylon. It was a dark time. It was a dark message. But in it, we're going to see love and grace and forgiveness. And we'll find that that same love and grace and forgiveness is for us as well. Oh, and by the way, have you been noticing the pulpit Bible behind me? Through these last several weeks, we've been moving through those pages, and pretty soon we'll be into the New Testament. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.